Welcome to the NIOS. In this video, we will talk about adolescence and what are changes while growing into the adolescence. Adolescents are the people who are popularly referred as youth or teenage. The young boy is turning into the young adult and young girl into your charming lady. So, it is aged in between childhood and adulthood. It is a transitional stage. Adolescence age is between 10 to 19 years. Every adolescent boy or girl may develop and mature at different pace depending on various factors. Adolescence comes from the Latin word adolescere. That means to grow or to grow to maturity. Adolescence means to emerge, to achieve identity. The time of growing up from childhood to adulthood is known as the adolescence. In this age, they grow into an independent person. Gradually, they mature. Maturing involves many facets of growth and development that may be physical, emotional, mental, intellectual, verbal, and sexual. It is a period when boy and girl are sexually demarcated and pace of growth of both is different because their sexual features are getting visible and functional. Usually, girls mature earlier than boys. It may start at 9 and peak at 18. It can also begin at 14 and end at 25. Let us now understand about development in adolescence. Adolescents develop into following aspects. Adolescence is a second phase of rapid growth after infancy in life stages. You have learnt that this is a transition period from childhood to adulthood, and this transition technically called as puberty. Puberty is the process of bodily changes occurring in adolescence age in which there is appearance of secondary sexual characteristics such as development of breast and initiation of menstruation in girls. The body gets mature and get ready for reproduction. These changes occur due to the hormonal changes, which keeps on fluctuations. Thus, adolescents in this age are not so stable in various aspects. Every individual has unique structure, which is influenced by several factors such as heredity, environment, and nutrition. There are different aspects where development occurs in adolescence, which is as follows: physical development, emotional development, social development, and cognitive development. Let us learn one by one. First, we will talk about physical development. There is increase in height and weight. They may reach 75% of adult height and 50% of adult's weight. Girls grow and develop earlier than boys. There are certain specific changes in girls and boys. First, we will learn the changes in girls during adolescence. Changes in girls during adolescence. The girls gain about 8 cm in height by 11 to 13 and a half years of age. Their body counter starts getting reshaped, particularly breast and hips get more rounded due to the extra fat deposition in these areas. This helps to provide support to her reproductive organs, which are required during pregnancy to hold the fetus and lactation. There is hair growth in the armpits and pubic area. Pimples or acne occurs during this period due to hormonal changes in the body. There is onset on menarche in girls. Menarche is the onset of first menstrual cycle. It generally starts in between 9 to 16 years of age. It indicates that a young girl is heading towards puberty and getting ready for motherhood. If a girl does not begin her menstrual cycle until the age of 16 years, she should consult a qualified doctor. Menstruation is a natural biological phenomena in which vaginal bleeding occurs for 3 to 5 days under normal condition. It happens after 28 days every month, which may vary from 21 to 35 days, hence also called periods or monthly. During these days, a woman produces egg, that is ovum, in the ovary. The egg gets attached in the uterus and matures. This process of maturing egg is called ovulation. If pregnancy does not occur, uterus shed this egg along with some uterus tissue in the form of menstrual flow through vagina. Menstruation generally stays for 3 to 5 days. Sometimes these cycles are irregular. If it happens on regular basis, a qualified doctor should be consulted and treatment may be necessary. With some girls and women, menstruation comes with certain discomforts such as headache, nausea, abdominal cramps, lower back pain, food craving, irritability, and other emotional sensitivities. Sometimes these symptoms begin before onset of menstruation. Then it is called premenstrual syndrome or PMS. Since menstruation is linked to the pregnancy and fertility, with age around 45 to 55, menstruation gradually stops, and that phase is called menopause. It indicates that the woman is no longer able to produce the child. In our society, there are certain myths with regard to menstruation. Let us now understand them and find out the facts about menstruation. The first myth is girl should not engage in any work during menstruation. The fact is, activities like household chores, walking will help get over the cramps. Walking will help get over the cramps and pain and divert her mind, and she will be better and engaged. Myth number 2. Menstruation is an abnormal condition. The fact is, it is a natural biological phenomena, and you have just now understood that it is a normal condition. Myth number 3. It is all right to take medicine to delay or hasten menstruation. The fact is, medicine can be harmful sooner or later in the body. It should be avoided, or if required, it can be taken only after consulting with a doctor. Myth number 4. Bathing during menstruation causes cramps. The fact is, it is not true. Instead, one must take bath daily with warm water to soothe and relax muscles and reduce pain. Good genital hygiene is important. One should use sanitary napkins and change it every 6 hours. Myth number 5 is women should not enter kitchen during the period of menstruation. The fact is, since it is a natural process, and this may be only a social and religious perception. However, there is no scientific evidence supporting this restriction. Now we will talk what changes occur in boy during adolescence. In boys, puberty occurs in 13 to 15 years of age. Boys grow about 20 centimeter in height, develop a lot of muscles, enabling them to do heavy physical work. Their shoulders become broader and stronger, and hips remain slender. Hairs develop different parts of the body, such as chest, lips, cheeks, armpits, and pubic area. Hairs on cheeks are referred as beard, and hairs between nose and lips are referred as moustaches. Hairs on chest and arms are often becoming darker and curlier. There is a drastic change in voice. It becomes break, squeaky, and matures. This happens because the larynx enlarges and vocal cord lengthens. Adam's apple becomes prominent. There is increase in the size of the penis. When the penis starts growing, it secretes the seminal fluid, and it is called nocturnal emission. It may not contain sperms at puberty. It is a natural phenomena, hence there is no need for boys to get worried or feel guilty about it. Nocturnal emission is the release of excess semen from the penis during sleep. It is also well known as wet dreams or nightfall. The frequency of nocturnal emissions varies from person to person. There are many myths about nocturnal emission. Myth 1 is nocturnal emission makes one weak. The fact is, it does not cause any sexual or physical weakness. Second myth is, it is associated with sexual thought. And the fact is, it is a natural phenomena and may not always be associated with these thoughts and feelings. First, we will learn the changes in girls during adolescence. Hygiene of genital organs is important for both girls and boys. Important steps should be adopted to maintain hygiene and to avoid infection. Genitals, including folds of the skin, should be washed with clean water after urination. Undergarments, preferably made of cotton, should be used. Undergarments should be changed at least once a day, and stained undergarments should be changed immediately. Used and dirty undergarments should be washed with soap and water and preferably dried in the sunlight. Excessive sweating and subsequent infection can be avoided by keeping the pubic hair trimmed. Any infection, itching, or burning should be given due attention and care. If needed, consult a doctor. Let us now understand the emotional changes during adolescence. Emotional development means the ability to express the feelings happening inside you, and you can also interpret and react to the feelings of others. It is management of various emotions like joy, love, anger, fear, etc. Emotional development of adolescents appears complex when talking about adolescence, particularly in changing and challenging world. Since there are hormonal functions in this age which directly influence the emotional reactions, since teenage is a stage when they look for identity and independence, and the moment they find any deviation or restriction in their way, they become reactive or rebellion. Hence, angry outbursts, mood swings are common in this stage. However, building a positive self-concept and self-esteem is also very important for their personality development. Let us also understand these terms. Self-concept means the way you see your own strength and weaknesses. Some youth find faults in themselves. They tend to lose their self-confidence also. They may develop low self-esteem. What is self-esteem now? Self-esteem is your personal judgment of your own abilities. When adolescents begin to take pride in their abilities and their assets, they are said to have high self-esteem. Till now we talked about the adolescence and characteristics of adolescence. I hope you must have understood this topic well. You may visit the NIOS website www.nios.ac.in. Also, you can mail at signlanguage@nios.ac.in. Thank you.